Hello, Denise. Welcome to the podcast. It's lovely to have you here today speaking with us.
Hi, Abby. No, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Fantastic. So, just so our guests know a little bit more about you, tell us about yourself, your story, and how you got into helping professionals on LinkedIn.
Wow. So where do I start on that one? So essentially, I worked in the corporate world, kind of in a business development role for a large tech company called Oracle. So a number of years with them, and I prior to that, I actually worked for an educational IT company, and there was always something around the kind of core value at the time, which for that educational IT role, which was helping people connect and communicate. So whether it was kids, adults, no matter ability, it's always helping people, yeah, interact, engage, and communicate with the world. And that, core value wasn't a phrase back then, but it was something I guess that was possibly for me missing in the role with the kind of larger IT company. And I wanted to do something that I loved, and what I love doing is helping people show up in the world as they rightly should, and particularly in the business world. So it all kind of culminates and snowballs, and that's the bit that I love doing, is finding the gems and diamonds within people that they don't appreciate, are kind of like really really interesting aspects of them, or what they do, and really amplifying those. So that's what I do. So in terms of LinkedIn, creating a compelling LinkedIn profile, it's actually more around creating compelling messages about ourselves and our businesses. So LinkedIn just happens to be one of the channels, if you like, that people can use, but it could be a website, it could be, how articulate yourself. It could well be LinkedIn, it could be blogs or whatever, podcasts. But today I know we're talking specifically about LinkedIn.
Yeah. And so, was this something that you wanted to do when you were growing up, is to help people to be their best selves? Or was it something that you realized later on in your life?
It's definitely later in life. I think when I was like 15 or 16, doing A levels, and what do you want to do with your life? That horrible question, if you didn't know what you wanted to do, was I suspected I'd end up, and I knew I'd probably end up in business in some form. Didn't really know what, but so I took a business and French degree. But yeah, I didn't want to be a ballerina or a firefighter or a police officer or anything like that, specifically, or footballer or anything like that. I didn't have a burning ambition to be a doctor or anything like that. But so that came through. I'm very hands-on and practical, and in my learning. So I had to go out there and feel it, see it, do it, to go, okay, this works. Oh no, okay, maybe this doesn't, and find my way that way, really. So it evolved, it appeared.
And what do you love most about your career? I know you said you love helping people to see the gems in themselves, helping people become their best selves, to the full potential. So apart from that, what do you love most about your job?
It's meeting a whole variety of people is great fun, and going to different places, finding new things from the old stuff. But I'm based in London, and it's always an exciting place to be, because there's just so much going on. There's so many different views, so many different perspectives, and it's always curious to find the hidden gems, for example, in London, of which there are many. So I just have a curiosity, and it's sometimes it's the things that's on your plate that's kind of fun to uncover and discover, not necessarily far-flung ones. So I just have that curiosity, just finding new things, or interesting, beautiful things that are just seemingly every day. Finding the beauty in that, and it's usually on our doorstep.
That's so true. Yeah, very insightful. So just thinking about the people that you work with, what are some of the factors that we need to think about when we're creating a compelling LinkedIn profile?
Um, I guess the key thing is, what is your message?
Mm.
So what is it you want to say about yourself? What is you want to say about what you do? But importantly, who do you want to reach? Okay, who's going to be listening or reading or looking at, your profile? And is it actually tuned to what they want to hear, or something that resonates with them? So I think one of the challenges, often what we do, is LinkedIn profiles can become CVs, resumes of our experience.
Yeah.
So there's no context. So, and it's the context of, so for example, people who are looking for work, of course, everyone will have good experience and expertise, but it's actually putting that in the context of, okay, the business challenges that they were brought into, or the technical challenges that they were brought in to resolve or address.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it more interesting, providing that context, rather than just saying, you've developed a new product. It's like, okay, what was the business need? So very much turning it around. And for those who've got businesses, it's very much saying, okay, what are the challenges of your clients or your prospective clients? So then they're reading about themselves. They're not, we're all human nature to be kind of egotistical in the sense of reading about ourselves or something that appeals to us. So if we kind of appear in it, or there are elements of character that are kind of resonate, then or the problems or the challenges resonate, then people are more likely to be engaged. So it's very much turning on its axis. Some good phrases there. Turning it on its axis and turning it round, which is hard to do often by ourselves.
Amazing. So who do you work with? Who are your clients?
So I guess they fall into two main camps, really. So it's either individuals in business. So they, I work with business leaders, or people looking for new roles, or people who wanted to increase their influence in their current role. But I also work with business owners who are looking to increase how the people they get to, and increase the number of clients they get. So it's kind of the two different camps, really. But definitely, essentially business people. As one bucket, another good phrase. But dividing into individuals or kind of business owners looking at specifically their own business.
Okay, and so I would say now, because it sounds amazing what you do, it sounds very kind of fascinating how you help people and you help them, just see the best in themselves. Like you say, it's quite difficult for that to happen sometimes. So please share with us the most rewarding project you've worked on and why it was rewarding.
Ooh, okay. So I did a project called 30 Ladies, okay, for a medical device company here based in Chiswick. And they had a product that was specific for women in their 40s and 50s. And it involved me finding 30 ladies of a variety of backgrounds and ethnicities. And so, and essentially I was creative director for the project. So it's taking on board the branding of the organization and their messaging, and then finding these 30 women, and then kind of putting the messaging together, kind of the visual messaging elements around it specifically. And then, so part of it was actually photographing these ladies, which is something I do as well. And then that culminated in exhibiting the 30 women's photos at the Oxo Tower last October. So meeting the individual ladies was great fun, and hearing their stories was super interesting. But then we got a number of them together for kind of like the opening night of the exhibition. So it was great for them all coming together, because a lot of them, they didn't know each other necessarily. So it was great fun. Them actually meeting each other, because obviously I knew them all, and it was great to celebrate the work that we'd done. And it was quite a delicate subject as well. So there's the strength in the kind of women coming together and actually chatting about the topic that's challenging. So that was probably, that was an amazing project to be working on. Working with some fantastic ladies.
30 women. How did you get them all in the same place? Was it a restaurant, or was it?
It was actually at the Oxo Tower. So actually at the exhibition. So yeah, so we didn't manage to get all of them because diaries are obviously difficult, but we got a good number of them. So it's great fun to have them all together.
Incredible. And how long did it last? How long was that project?
Good. Gosh, the project started probably in maybe the April-May time, and then was running through the summer. Oh, wow. In just the beginning of the autumn. Yeah, so quite
fascinating.
Really. Yeah, it's great fun. That was a fabulous project.
And who would you say that you admire? Who do you look up to? Who has helped you kind of realize who you were?
Oh gosh, that's probably I can't think of one that comes to mind immediately. I think it's a whole load of different people. So who've assisted on the journey, essentially. But there's a good number of people. I guess my boyfriend has been really helpful, and it's been great in being sounding. Having people who are sounding boards to your thinking, and so the group that we belong to is really helpful in just, especially when it's your own business, in bouncing ideas or getting inspiration, or sharing best practice, using a very kind of business term. So unfortunately there's no one sole individual, but there's a good mix of people.
Okay. I don't know who I would say is mine.
We need to do the same, get these questions to you.
I'll need to think about that. All right, so if you could have one superpower, what would it be, and what inspires you?
Oh, superpower, I don't know. Do you know, I'm always struggle with this one. I don't know, it's hard not to sound like, just think of Superman screaming across the skies. No, that's a really tricky one. I don't know. So much around me inspires me. I mean, some of the simplistic things just really, or just, the beauty that's around us inspires me, to be honest. Whether it's just greenery, being outdoors, I guess people not having accidents would be a fabulous thing. Helping people not to have accidents would be the superpower. But there's real life, unfortunately.
So helping people to not have accents in every language, or just in English?
Oh no, yeah. It's not language specific, I guess. I just had a friend this morning who yesterday came off her bike quite nastily. So it's just like, so people don't crash on their bikes would be really good.
Yeah. So nice. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at some idioms, and you're going to help us to translate them, to explain what they mean.
Hope I know them.
Yeah. So are you ready?
Yeah.
The first one is to be an eager beaver.
Eager beaver. Okay, so this is somebody who's very keen. Okay, very keen to. If you suggested an idea, they're just on board with it. Using another probably idiom as well, and they just want to. They're signed up to it. They'll have their hand up, willing to participate. Always think it's somebody who's smiling and just like full of energy and wanting to jump, get involved. Essentially, for example, could be the scenario where they're the eager beaver. They arrive, they arrive early to things. They're that keen to join in. They're there ahead of everybody else.
So spot on. Yes. So a very hardworking, enthusiastic employee. All right. Next one is eagle eyes.
Eagle eyes. Okay. So people who An eagle has got very good eyes. Can spot from the soaring heights, can spot like a mouse in the undergrowth.
Yeah.
So somebody who's very observant or who spots very small details is how I understand it.
Yeah. And the next one, somebody who has the gift of the gab.
Okay. Well, the gab is kind of slang for mouth, I think, isn't it? So it's somebody who's can talk away, can chat away unaided, possibly go into monologues as well. They're just very chatty and very easy to talk with people, and often, I guess, salespeople can be given this kind of if they've got the gift of the gab, they can talk people into things very easily. It's probably another angle on it, not necessarily.
Talk people out of things as well. So it's like talk someone into something, talk someone out of something.
Yeah.
You probably get out of a load of kind of complicated situations, I'd imagine.
Yes, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
What would you say is a go-getter?
A go-getter, somebody who is very focused, potentially ambitious. They're I don't know. They want to set up a company. They've already done it. Very motivated. Somebody, I guess they achieve. They've got a target and they go and do it, essentially.
Fantastic. Yep. Someone with a lot of energy, drive, and motivation. Fantastic. And what about someone who is a man or a woman of their word? So a man of his word.
Oh, wow. Okay. The word of truth. Yes, they stick to what they say. So they, I guess they don't disappoint people. If they've committed to something or promised something, they'll deliver on it.
Amazing. And the last one we have is a mover and a shaker.
It's like the shake and vac kind of adverts, isn't it? Kind of, you may or may not have come across those. Somebody who shakes things up, essentially. So they're not a quiet, shy, retiring person. They make things happen, not necessarily always in a good way, but with good outcomes for everybody. But they create change, essentially.
Yes, indeed. So a person who has a lot of influence, and he gets a lot of good things done, as you said. So amazing. Fantastic.
Okay. I passed. I'll get a cuddly toy.
And now we're going to play a quick game.
Okay.
Now, I know you've heard of the program Family Fortunes.
Yeah, it's an old one, isn't it? Was it still going?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do you watch it a lot or not that much?
I'm afraid not, no.
All right, so it was actually one of my favourite programs when I was younger. Okay. All right, so we're going to be looking at some of these topics. So I'm going to ask you to choose a number from 1 to 9. You're going to choose a number. I'm going to give you a topic, and you're going to guess the top 10 answers.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
what do you think people would have said in England?
It's coming back to me now.
You have 3 goes to get the top answer.
Okay.
If you don't, you lose a life. And then after that, you have 1 more try.
Okay. How many questions have you got?
So I've got quite a few here.
Okay.
You can choose a number from 1. 1 to 9.
7.
Okay, this one. All right, let's give it a go. So, fruits that have pips.
Okay.
So, what do you think the top answer would be for that? So, fruits that have pips. Pips.
Lemons.
Lemons. Ding! The 4th answer.
Okay. So answer again?
Okay. Got 2 more tries to get the top answer.
2 more tries. Okay. Oranges.
Whoa, 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 whoa! The top
Okay.
answer. Well done. Okay,
Yeah.
we've never had that.
Okay, really?
All right,
Yeah.
so second round. Second round out of 3. So choose another number from 1 to 9. Obviously, 7 is out.
3.
Okay, so this topic is things made of or out of paper.
Newspaper?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Wow, whizzing through these.
Fantastic. This is
Oh, I should have gone on Family Fortunes.
trailblazer. So the next one, again, a number from 1 to 9.
9.
Okay, this is going to be so easy. So zoo animals.
Okay, maybe not.
So top answer, what do you think?
Oh, okay. What's the most popular zoo animal, or
Yeah, the most popular zoo animal.
monkeys?
Uh-uh.
No, it's not even in the list. Zoos. Elephants?
Ding! Fourth
Ding.
answer.
4th answer. So I've got one more go to get the
Yeah.
top one. I'll say giraffes.
Ding!
No.
6th answer.
Ah, okay.
You've lost a life, you have 1 life left.
Okay.
Top answer.
Lions.
Ding! 2nd answer. So
Oh, getting close.
now to get the top answer. Top answer was camel.
Whoa, I wouldn't have gone for that one. That's kind of quite obscure.
You had camel in the first place, lion in the second place, 3rd tiger, 4th elephant, 5th zebra, 6th giraffe, 7 orangutan, 8 meerkat, 9 chimpanzee, and 10 a hippopotamus. Oh. So those are your answers. So fantastic. You got 2 out of 3. 2
Oh.
answers. That is quite fascinating. That is something that we've never had here on this. So well done.
I've got some easy questions, I think.
I might have to get a board and put you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Fantastic. So it's been absolutely amazing having you on the podcast today. It's been very insightful. If people wanted to find out about your services, where could they find you?
I'm on LinkedIn, so Denise Quinlan. My business is Insightful Images, so I have a website, insightfulimages.co, or shall I give my email address, which is denise@insightfulimages.co.
.co.uk?
No, .co.
Just .co, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also on Instagram, for those who like to look at images. Insightful Images there. Insightful Images or Insightful Photo on Twitter. So you'll find me in a number of different usual places. But yeah, by all means, come visit. It'd be lovely to chat with you. But thank you so much, Abby, for inviting me to join you today.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Well, thank you, and we'll see you next time.